I know this is my final one. And it's kind of like a fantasy and a dream coming true at the same time. Because I always wanted to have two plants running side by side. The plant that we got now, the 1600, is at 54% capacity. We don't need this now. 10 years from now, it'll need replacement and I'll be too old to put it up, and I wanted to get it up and running before Dara and them take over.
Papa Frank is a big picture guy. He has a ton of energy. He's full of life. And we looked at him and we were like, do we need this plant? And he was like, yes, we do. And it's for the future.
Once this plant is erected, you won't need another block plant in the Cayman Islands for another 75 years.
My name is Clint Batson. I'm a service tech with Columbia Machine. He contacted me when he was purchasing this plant.
That was part of the specifications when I bought the plant, that I had to get Mr. Clint. That tells you how good he is. And I'm a very difficult customer, they'll tell you that, because I like everything to perfection.
You talk about somebody that could be a father figure. This is this man. I wish I would have met him when I was a lot younger.
My dad is a character. As much as he has to be in the office and doing, sometimes administrative type work, he'll also be out at the factory getting deep into like a forklift, or he'll be at the airport ground handling a plane. Like, he loves it and he's passionate about it. If there's an overriding quality to my dad, I would say it's discipline. He wakes up every single morning, he does his exercise, he comes to work, it's just past 7 a.m. If you are disciplined, you can achieve many things.
Busy day today, all in a day's work. Then I'm going out to I swim in the gym. But one of the biggest setbacks was planning. I mean, the amount of red tape. It was very discouraging at times. And it's total uncalled for, because Columbia sent the equipment and it was sitting down on the ground out there for almost a year. The steel was double the height. All that had to be torqued and punched. I cannot hold the program up any longer. If you can get somebody else to come out and do it, it's fine, because I'm making decisions on this. All the hold-ups on this plant has been with the engineering here locally. I ain't gonna bash no form or nothing like that, but it's been poor.
My dad is a joy, but he is a hard taskmaster. He expects excellence and he expects a standard. And if you're not meeting that standard, he will tell you about it.
You're in charge here? Who's in charge of this job?
It's an old school type vibe, and you gotta be up for that. The industries we do, it's safety, it's manufacturing. It matters. If someone doesn't do something properly, people can be injured, people can be hurt.
Think we'll get it today, sir?
I don't know what CUC.
Oh, well, we CUC will help
I'll
us.
get mine, but well,
You're the problem, and thank God you're here. We really appreciate you.
It's just the nature of the beast, right? Because we're appointing team radios. You're waiting for every single puzzle piece to fit together so this can work. And then you add hurricanes.
For falling trees, closing hurricane shelters as well, and facilitating community engagement and damage assessment post the storm.
Yes, I look. Let's see. We don't get a lot of rain, we got to wrap everything up.
Yeah.
That means slowing production down again. Between them and planning, God knows when. This is the day before the storm approaching. And we put a close call. This place just kept leaking. I mean, it wasn't because the buildings can't be joined, and the water just came down in between there. I mean, this was like a flood. They're then trying to get the water situation under control. Everything's underwater, so we put in some wells here.
The good thing about that is that because that happens, we were able to see some little areas that needed to be improved and the pitch needed to be regraded. Sometimes we get curveballs in life and they take us exactly where we need to be.
The storm is gone. Beautiful, clear morning. This is the aftermath. No damage on the plant, thank God. So we get back and putting on the roof and looking good, man. Do the electrical one. 8th of July, sorry. We're starting to run the wires. Dara came down here for an inspection. My beautiful daughter. Without Dara, I wouldn't have gone into this plant. I don't see a succession in the flower businesses without her. She's important and she's a key figure. And I mean, she's always stands behind and never shines, but she's there making it happen. Dara, look out!
What don't I do would be an easier question. The guys deal a lot more with the technical stuff, the machinery, the plants. I deal with all the soft skills, things that are important to running the everyday business. Kind of growing up Flowers, we were always surrounded by guys, right? My dad, my uncles, my brother, and it's one of those places where you do have to earn your way and fight for position, and you really do have to prove yourself, and I love that. There is something very important about a woman standing up, being counted, and making sure that in industries like these, we have a voice.
Now poured the concrete slab, which will of course be the foundation, the base for the entire plant. We've got Christmas in just about 2 days, so it's crazy that our Christmas can't work.
If you're living in a house or a building or you work in a building, it's likely that Flowers has touched that building in some way.
My dad started the business and he left it to us and we just carried it on. To be successful, you got to see round corners, and that's what he did. He saw round corners, like when we put the 1600, everybody, the bankers and everybody told me no. Pop see the need, and he said, you go ahead, we gonna get it. Everybody's probably think we're crazy putting this plant in now, but years from now, somebody will say, that's the right thing. It is quite a daunting job to put this new plant up. I mean, it's aged me probably 10 years. Right now, it's a miracle, and I gotta thank God every night that we hopefully will make it. Because right now, we're down to the wire. Got about 2 weeks to go, fingers crossed.
We're happy to be able to celebrate not just our 75th, but our 78th, and also the opening of this wonderful machine.
Mr. Flowers, congratulations on the successful installation and the grand opening of your Columbia CPM 40 Plus plant.
For us to get to this point, to this moment, to finally be able to launch it is really exciting.
This one has more automation. You can control the entire machine from a single screen. You get the reports. You can troubleshoot easily.
Everything is computerized. And you know, if you have a trouble or anything like that, you can just pinpoint it and you can take your iPad or just look at it. And we do it for the people that came on and all the wonderful visitors and the people that live here and came on their home. I want to just let everybody know how much we appreciate them, and I just want to know that you will back Dara when she takes the wheel.
We are grateful that in almost 8 decades of running this business, we have never ever run out of concrete blocks.
There are many areas that Flowers can continue to grow, but I think as we grow, the more systems and processes and modernization we get in place, the better the business will be.
One thing I can say is he's always looking ahead in the future. He doesn't look back, he looks forward.
I think that is one of the hopeful legacies of flowers, is that we're always looking at future proofing. My granddad was like, it's not about him or his kids, it's about the grandkids he may never meet.
I always wanted to have two plants running side by side. I live to see my dreams come true.